Also gonna have to reposition some stuff. Like my chat window has to be back on the other monitor. I'm also probably going to change my settings here because for stuff and things, we will go ahead and make it so that the audio keeps playing. How's the volume for everyone, by the way? Can you guys hear the game? It sounded very loud for me, but if you guys can barely hear it, we'll bump it up. Maybe that's about good. How's that music? Can I ask you to hear all the jazz music playing?
Commander? 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 Commander?
Alright, let me know if that's a little bit soft for you guys. We'll go ahead and collect our energy here. See if we can get some of the free stuff that they have to offer in the game. Free gems is always good, and free monthly stuff is always good. Any cosmetics that they put out, it's just the permanent ones so far. None of them speak too strongly to me, so I don't feel like spending any monetary stuff. Plus I'm also saving up for special stuff. Every penny must be saved for what matters more. Alright. Unless of course one of the characters is my absolute favorite and I do like their costume. Then I won't be able to help myself. Alright. Nope, that's it. We're all done with the shops. Let's go ahead and get first things first. I want to level up Privity first, just because one of the few assault types that I actually have full copies for. At least I can say that. Let's see here. Go ahead and upgrade once, so we got that done. Did we upgrade her to 180? Yes, we did. Okay. Any advisements to take on? I've been trying to read their stories too. There we go. Let's talk to Blanc, one of our newly acquired top tier characters, apparently, according to the meta charts, which apparently caused all the wiki people over at Pridewin to redo their tier list. Hey, good choice. What? Oh, jeez. Okay. Everything's all like a game of chance with her. And then, of course, her sister, so to speak, Noir. Like today's especially an auspicious day. Can I share my luck with you? Hold out my hand. I'll just give a little handshake and lucky recharge. Are you feeling lucky? I only knew that because of this, the event story. Once our counseling wraps up, Noir fills up my luck. Yeah, because they work for the casino. That's why it's all kind of weird. So what is this game? I thought it's a Honkai Lamau. So right now we're on NIKKE, Goddess of Victory. And then once we get through the dailies of this, then we'll hop on over to Genshin, and after that we'll go on to Honkai Star Rail. This is like a third-person sci-fi shooter. If you're familiar with Time Crisis or any of those arcade shooters, this might speak to you in that kind of aspect, Jennifer. And I'm just getting through some of the dailies where you have to talk to some of the Nikkes. Think of them as like cyborgs. They're not exactly human anymore. Their brains are human, but they're being controlled, so to speak, or memory wiped by these tiny nanomachines, and their body's completely not human anymore. The only part that's human is the brain. Their body's completely, I guess you could say, mechanical, if you will, and they're very, very tough. I guess you could say cyborgs, if you will. Yeah. So like, unfortunately, it's one of those waifu games. Fortunately and unfortunately. So you'll see that this game will be very unapologetic. Unabashedly apologetic in the way it showcases the characters. Don't worry, she wears a helmet. Okay. And when it comes to these advising section particularly, you want to speak to them on how they want to hear things, not on what your stance is on anything, which is kind of a weird approach in the game, but it's just the way they just did it. So even though this is something that I would normally lean towards, it's the one that she wants to hear. If that makes sense. And if you did succeed in the more favorable response, you'll get 100 social points versus 50 social points if they don't like to hear what you have chosen to say. Some of them appreciate the honesty. Some of them appreciate hearing what they want to hear. It's kind of a weird approach to the social function here. You seem like you posed quite the challenge. Challenge has how much of one more? Okay, that might not have been the best thing to say to her. So so she doesn't like to be kind of like praised in that respect. So is it considered in a gacha genre? You mean like this form of rapport? Not all of them have this kind of dialogue option. I know Higan Eurythiel, which I did drop recently, had something sort of like that, where you kind of have to lean towards what they want to hear. But so the only other game I can think of is one other MMO that had a rapport system, but that included some kind of dialogue choices, much like Persona games or Choices Matter games. The Tales of games, like something so and so will remember those kinds of memes. Yes, I believe it'll happen. So she likes being hopeful and tends to be rigid in her beliefs. Let's talk to Mika here. Old timer Belota says that if you want to help others, first you should figure out what you can get in return. I help Belota out all the time, so what should I get in return? Something good to eat. A no teasing day voucher. That's a great idea. Every time I help Belota, yeah, because Belota likes to tease Mika and me apparently, so she liked hearing that. The art in this game is crazy, not gonna lie. Gotcha. Yeah, it's gorgeous art, and the live 2D in these models is pretty okay. Try and debug the game yourself. Just play another game for the time being. Hey, good idea. She likes hacking and stuff like that, so there we go. Yeah, it's gorgeous. I think I have the burst effects still turned on. I think we're okay on the socials, right? Hold on, just double checking here. Yep, 0 attempts left. Okay. And we'll talk to Liberation. Liberation, you get these special units to unlock, but unfortunately I chose the less powerful one, so they want us to do Rookie Arena. So we'll go to PvP. We'll go ahead and collect from the multi-battler. And we'll choose the toughest enemy to fight. This kind of view of the battle is not representative of the main shoot 'em up gameplay. It's kind of sort of a level playing field version where you don't get to control your characters and neither does your opponent. This is sort of like a AI version of another player's team, and technically yours are technically AI'd as well because I'm not controlling their fire. But here's some of the live 2D burst cutscenes. These guys are actually kind of tougher than I thought. And there we have it. You get some rewards for doing these attempts and stuff like that. New to this gacha world, so wish me luck though, even though my boyfriend gets Genshin a lot, but and if I need any help, I'm definitely gonna bother you. Thanks. I appreciate you coming to ask me advice. Yeah. There's a lot to learn. Even I don't know every little thing, and sometimes I feel like a little stubborn here and there because, like, oh, that takes way too much time. You can use, like, Hoyoverse has been very good about, like, their... I don't know if you downloaded their companion app. It's called Hoyo Lab, one word. Hoyo Lab is a companion app that you can tap into, like, a sort of like, I guess sort of like a private, their own Facebook, in a way. It can be kind of a social app, but it's great for what I like to use for doing bonus check-ins. So if you select Honkai and you select Genshin as your 2 games, for example, you can do like a check-in section, and that'll give you free gems. And if you do that once a day, it definitely adds up. So it's a good thing to actually have as a companion app. Of course, you don't always have to do it, and plus they have makeup sessions for. As long as you like check out their website or their social, they'll give you chances to make up for any days you missed, up to like maybe 3 times a week. So it's like a mobile app? Yeah, it's called Hoyo Lab, I believe. Along those lines, I believe. Yeah, so it's just a companion app that I tend to log into. You'll have to log into your Hoyoverse account, whatever MiHoYo account that you created with Genshin and or Honkai Star Rail. It's the same between them both, right? Because you need to log into that same account. Unless for some reason you decide to create 2 separate emails to keep them separate. But yeah. The HoYoLab app will require you to log in with your HoYoverse account that you used, the same one that you used for your Genshin and or Star Rail. Yeah. That way, because the reason for this is because if you want to get those free gems, it needs to find out what account to give it to, right? And what region your account is in. So for example, I'm in America, so I will make sure that it goes to my my main HoYoverse account. Thanks, that's some good information. You're welcome. Right, let's go ahead and do the tribe towers, which is a tower-like system. A lot of games have this tower-like system, but this separates it into like multiple companies, and then just the general tribe tower system. Most people only have just the one tower system. This one separates also separate companies. Right now I just entered the Tetra tower, so anybody that's from the company of Tetra, where NIKKE is manufactured, so to speak, from that company, we can go ahead and auto sort through that. Let's see here, 12332 or 12233. We want to balance out the burst types. I would like to put in Blanc here if possible. We have 2 snipers, so I'm gonna go be stubborn and put in Blanc and see how this goes. For the longest time I was lacking in very strong Tetra people, so I decided to go for Blanc. Then I found out that Nora was top tier 2 and has a ridiculously fast reload for shotgun users. So yeah, let's see how this goes. This has to make sure that you capture the flag, so to speak, or king the hill rather, is more accurate for this type of situation. See here, you can switch to any of these characters just by pressing the characters directly if you're on mobile. Otherwise, the keyboard, you see these letters above their heads to switch them immediately. I set the game in such a way where the AI is taking control of these characters itself, and then I allow the game to, you know, feature different characters constantly, so you'll be seeing the game switch from character to character on purpose, as well as firing off its bursts on purpose. Here, let me see if they can. 4 seconds. No, we didn't succeed. I think I should have taken control manually for this type of scenario, but it counts as an attempt, so that's good enough for dailies. If I really wanted to do this again, I could and should really, but we're really in a rush. So this is our Gacha Blitz session. That's what happens when you have too many interests. Am I right? All right, there we go. And I found out a way to actually speedrun Simulation Room, which is kind of like a choose-your-own-adventure classic style, although you still fight your individual battles like we did at Tribe Tower. So I'm going to choose Room C, which will just jump us to only 4 turns to the very end of the Simulation Room. And that's the highest possible difficulty I can do to complete this without losing. It has some quick battles so that where you can skip stuff. You start building a combination based on special perks that will help your team, and that's the gist of it. Some of these stuff will be useless to me, but I'm just trying to get through this as quickly as possible. Let's see here, reduce reload, empty. We'll take that one. 2 NIKKEs, 2 NIKKEs, 2 NIKKEs will be out of action. I don't like that one bit, so we'll just ignore that. We'll do a spec up, change everyone to SSR, but sometimes it'll be lucky and make this into a matching combo. And they should be able to handle this themselves. Like I said before, guys, this is a free-to-play third-person sci-fi shooter game gacha game called NIKKE, Goddess of Victory. Now, the correct pronunciation of the term NIKKE could probably be Nike, most likely alluding to the Greek god NIKKE, or Nike. Do we say Nike or do you guys say NIKKE? The Japanese pronounce it NIKKE, so I just kind of adopted that term. Probably better suited to pronounce it that way, so because it doesn't, not all of these characters are by anywhere close to the actual god, mythological god Nike. You can see like you can actually turn off the physics here, so you can allow less live 2D here. I allowed for physics and morphing to occur, so you can see where Privity, when she shoots, this is where the game is unabashedly apologetic on its live 2D. Is Nike a Greek god name? It is. I believe so, unless I'm getting confused with the Roman name for mythology, because I do know that the Roman mythology did, I guess, eventually adopt and or borrow from the Greek gods and just gave them different names, like Jupiter instead of Zeus, for example. Let me see here, and we get to choose one perk to keep with us. All right, we'll keep that one. I believe Nike is a Greek god, just much like you know, Zeus, Poseidon, Hades, to name some of the more well-known and popular Greek gods. Nike being one of the more minor gods. Let me go ahead and do this one. Are we still able to do this? Okay, they still think these are the best. I should be able to defeat Gravedigger, although I might be cheeky. Modify that. And then be extra cheeky and take in Noir. I heard Noir will help you get you a free Gravedigger. I'm not sure what they meant by that. Having said that, this looks like we're going to make bottleneck ourselves quite a lot since we don't have a burst 2. So we need to give up one of these guys. In which case, we could take away Noir. Is there any burst 2s that we can bring back? Senti was probably going to be the one. But I think we'll go ahead and put Signal just because she's stronger. For the time being. Until we can finally get Senti up. Or something. Technically she should be. Let me take a look at Blanc's skills. I did burst them. Creates a shield. Activates full burst. Affects one allies. So it's kind of like a sort of a tank. Although I have noise here to do that. Reduce damage. Taunt. Give herself more HP. So she's kind of got that covered. I could replace her with Blanc. But then I'll have to get... Wait a minute. Maybe we could do just that. Yeah, let's do that. So let's replace her with Noise. So with her with Blanc. But that means we can also bring back our burst ones. Now that we're having the opposite problem where we have 2s. Let's see here.
If you want, I will join you in the race.
Save that. 66, 65. This makes me a lot weaker. Ah, see. Maybe it's best to actually just go with what I can improve. I'm just curious about this. Because like a 2, 3, 3, 3, 1. We have lots of 3s, but we're going to end up bottlenecking ourselves because of this. In which case, we can do 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. And then we'll just bottleneck ourselves at the 1. Or do we want another 1 to be able to get through this? 1, 2, 2, 3. We'll try this out. We may not be able to have make use of Senti. I'm a massive God of War fan, but I haven't heard of Nike before. Gotcha. Let me just look up here. Let's see here. I'll actually look it up later because I'd rather control this manually. You want to be able to take these circles down, which will give you a very big bonus. This character that just got featured, Dorothy, is like a very powerful support, which can do a lot of DPS apparently, even though she's not assault type. They have different roles that can be done. Assault, which does damage. Defender, which is like a tanky person. Support, which can heal and or, you know, kind of do pseudo tank stuff. And some of the more utility or, you know, damage stuff. I can't see. Come on. Reload, damn it. Reload. Excellent. It's a lot going faster in this respect. So we might be able to defeat the Gravedigger a lot more quickly. Oh, he's about to drill into us. This is where I go into covered mode. I'll just control Dorothy instead. Uh-oh, I'm taking too much time. There we go. And just like that, Gravedigger is done. This might just be my new favorite team.
I guess this makes me a good luck charm, doesn't it?
It does. It sure does. Alright, we got a lot of tier 7 stuff, so it's good to upgrading a lot of my units and bring them up to speed.
Victory! With me on your team, did you expect anything
I believe
else?
with that we are actually all done with all the dailies in that section. Just have to participate in the campaign. It's actually pretty pacey. Yeah. Alright, and then here's the main campaign. You can go and collect some stuff on the ground,
Okay,
and their characters are turned into chibis, little small figures.
coming.
And then I'll tell you like whether you want to use, you know, certain teams or not. Let me see here. I can probably mess around with the same thing going on here. Got her, but I replaced one of these characters. I just don't remember who I did. What did I do for my second team? I don't remember.
Are we gonna go play a game?
1-1.
Sounds fun.
I did bring in Signal back for somebody, but who? Or did I actually not have it here? What did I even use for my other team? Oh, did I actually take out the sniper? No way. We got a little sort of a tank. What did you do, Noir? I know you're really good for this boss stuff. Affects all allies, increase attack for all allies. And then she gives a shotgun bonus to shotgun users. Maybe we'll bring back Signal in this case for PvE purposes. It's not necessarily the best. I'll just switch and keep Dorothy there. We'll put, actually, you know what? We'll put Dorothy as our main. Make her our center. We start off with her.
According to the signal received.
Nice. You love chibi characters? Yeah, it's adorable. I don't necessarily like it if they end up becoming the main gameplay unit, because I do like to see this type of art mainly. But I do appreciate. I don't mind it when it comes to like the overworld, right? Because it's like it makes sense in that setting. I'll just let them run themselves.
This may take more time than I thought.
Nice. I wonder if I should have gotten three full copies of Dorothy so she could reach her maximum potential, or at least a good enough potential. She's still pretty good, but the game will never recommend her compared to the people who got their full copies. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Alright then, send social points. I have to send them to friends. I have to do a dispatch. I've recently finally gone back into my older campaigns to collect blueprints for things you can do to where, I guess you could say, the build your own town function happens. You can have social dialogues with called brief encounters with your people. Set up all kinds of things like a toy store. If I don't want to have it there, I can move it here, for example. Like that. Kind of some cool building animation happens. So I can move the toy store over there. Frankly, I like it the way it was before. So yeah, it kind of makes it, also by doing this also raises your dispatch potency, or at least you can start getting higher rewards, and they start asking for your better units to go on these dispatches to get free stuff. So yeah. Alright then. So we can go to the Tactics Academy, which is where you can actually find out where to find such blueprints, and what you can do to raise your outpost level. Of course, it requires credits to pay for in your in-game stuff. And then this is, we're gonna have to construct Goddess of Victory, which I'm pretty sure we can do. Since I like to do most of my arts and recreation and medical stuff up here, I'll go ahead and put the statue, the Goddess of Victory, up here, but it doesn't look like We can. Construct Goddess of Victory, huh? Own Goddess of Victory blueprint over in Chapter 9. So they even tell you, and they even give you a hot link to go find that blueprint, which is what allowed me to find the get off my button, find that. So then we do have to do a wipeout, I think. I'll do the wipeout tonight. Well, we can go to the elevator where the prisoner units are being kept, like Sin, for example. That looks like a big map, yeah. That's where you can sort of like build your own colony. And we'll do this at the end of the day. Wipeout will basically give you extra stuff for about 12 hours time worth if you want to be able to collect it now. That's if you're not coming back to the game. You can go wipeout, see, the equivalent to defending the base for 120 minutes. So it gives me 120 minutes worth of rewards. You can only do this once per day, so you'll be recommended to do this before you head to work, or, you know, the night before you head to work if you're not going to be able to touch it at all. At least in terms of like budgeting as a free-to-play character. Let me go ahead and see if I can send some social points here. Sending social points will get you some kind of, I guess, currency as well. We also have mission passes, which is equivalent to a battle pass. Gets you extra stuff and rewards there. But if you decide to pay into it, like 20 bucks of USD or whatever it is, equivalent to your local currency, you can get cosmetics that are relevant to that mission pass only. Separate from, of course, the regular cosmetics in the shop.
I told you, I don't like sugary coffee or anything like that. Really?
Yeah, you can interact with your people. Let's see here. Calculating. Are we done? Yes. So we got rank 2,225, which is not bad for a casual clan, I suppose. Looks like Rufus is one of our, maybe a much stronger people. He logged in just about an hour ago. But our team waifu. So I'm gonna leave a message here. Good work and the union raid everyone, and then be like, yay, for example, or something. There we go. Something like leaving some heartfelt messages and a little sticker. But we're a pretty casual clan. If you move at your own pace, doesn't matter how slow you move or how fast you want to move. Our team wife, because the character limit prevented us attaching a U, is made for all casual members. You can move at your own pace without any consequence of being hounded for not playing. Only penalty is that, like I said, if the clan ever gets full and we need room, we will dismiss the most inactive members who have at least been away from the game for at least 30 days worth.
Way more than Rappy, Anise, or Neon.
I can change the voice to Japanese if I care, or if I want to Korean, I guess. I'm gonna keep it English, just in case if they say some stuff and things. Alrighty then. Go ahead and move this on. But that's NIKKE for you in a nutshell. We pretty much got all the dailies done. And as far as, like I said, for the wipeout function, you want to be able to do it right before you go to sleep so you can maximize the potential of collecting. And since the regular collecting on the other button that I didn't press is a thing, you want to be able to collect that every once in a while. Alright, before it ever gets to 100%. This is separate from wipeout. Let's see here. So that's that. Let's go ahead and start doing some